the setup, the backdrop, the fictional city, the booming metropolis of Belslow. Where did that come from? When I write, when I create, when I do my fiction, I always see the story in my head. It plays like a movie. So in doing Lobsterman, I was seeing it as a storyboard. And in Lobsterman #1, as you go through the pages where Lobsterman and Clamdigger arrive at the office of the mayor, Belslow City Mayor Dilk Dinkins, the door flies open, Lobsterman's cape gets caught in the door, and he falls down. Yes, that's one of the running gags is Lobsterman's cape is so long that it gets caught in the car door as he tries to walk away, being heroic. He yanks him off his feet. In Dilk Dinkins' office, he's yanked off his feet and makes a really big impression on the mayor. And the mayor is greedy, selfish, typical politician, an asshole. So, they didn't make a good first impression. But in the scene, you see the window, the bay window kind of set up behind Dilk Dinkins' desk, overlooking what appears to be the booming metropolis of Belslow. It's a lot of rooftops and stuff. Almost as if you were looking out City Hall back when City Hall in Belfast was looking down toward the Colonial Theatre kind of picture in your mind. Only in one of the frames, you see these two guys outside the window with a scaffolding and a pulley, and the matte painting that they had hung in the window was kind of askew or even upside down. And that's kind of how my mind worked. The whole idea of Lobsterman is tongue-in-cheek. And, obviously it's escapism. Brian and I were kind of sick of the idea of Marvel Comics and DC Comics coming up with, oh my gosh, a Silver Surfer gay? Who gives a crap? It's escapism. And that's exactly what we did with Lobsterman and Clamdigger. They weren't super. They didn't have superpowers, They weren't telepathic. They weren't empaths. They couldn't read your mind. They didn't, throw flames with their fingers or bolts of lightning with their butt. They just were two guys, two common, ordinary, everyday guys with moral standards and the common belief that everybody is good. And even in their fights, they wouldn't cheat. No kick to the balls, no poke in the eye. It was, fist to the face, to the gut, to the ribs, boot in the ass, that kind of stuff. But that wasn't so for their enemy. Their adversary always cheated, always outnumbered them, always did, cutthroat, backstabbing, even brutal, trying to kill them. But Lobsterman and Clamdigger were upright, upstanding, honest guys. Even in running into the law, and the comedy is, and it is a blue law that you can't wear a mask in the state of Maine. We actually did a joke about that in one of the comics. I think it might actually been #2 or 4. But Lobsterman and Clamdigger end up on foot, and they're hitchhiking as Lobsterman and Clamdigger, and they get caught by the police and taken to the jail and thrown in jail for wearing costumes. And it turns out that, they have to pay a fine for wearing a mask. But while they're in there, the cops are coming in, and they got this guy, and he is all beat to snot. And they're going by the desk sergeant and asked, what are you bringing him in for? And they said, he's an out-of-stater. And they go, oh, okay. So, beat him up for just being an out-of-stater. Kind of the sentiment of a lot of Mainers is Flatlanders aren't really welcome. Not that we really think they're scum of the earth, but, a lot of times they come with an attitude not to get their ass kicked. But, that was the comedy inside Lobsterman.